everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm doing something a little bit different. Some of you guys might have noticed that I have been a bit absent, a bit missing in action recently on social media and also on YouTube, and I just wanted to tell you guys sort of where I've been and why I've kind of stopped posting the last couple of weeks. I think it's almost been 2 weeks now, which is crazy for me. That just doesn't happen. Basically, some of you might know I actually lost my grandma. She passed away on it was last Friday, so a week ago actually. It's like just over a week ago, and it's just crazy because things have happened so quickly, and I don't really feel like I've dealt with it very well, and I just don't feel like I was ready to post anything, and I just feel like I needed a bit more time. I also feel like everything with my dad as well, like I didn't really feel like I'd kind of maybe admitted that he'd gone, and I think a lot of it was like I was just bottling it up inside, and when my grandma finally went, it was like I'm now dealing with both of them, and I've got to now realise that my little family that I had, you know, that was such a close-knit family, is now, you know, falling apart, and there are so many key people in my life that aren't around anymore. I want to tell you a little bit about my grandma because she was the most amazing person, and just in case any of you guys are going through any grief or anything like that, I just wanted to kind of do a little bit of a video just to kind of explain how I'm feeling and maybe in turn help some of you guys as well. So my grandma was the most amazing lady. She was so strong, she was independent, she was just incredible up until the day that she passed away. She was an operating theatre nurse for about like 23 years maybe. I'm probably going to be corrected on that. If she was still around she'd be like, it was for this long. But she was just incredible and spent her life, just devoted her life to helping others. In her final few days she got a bit poorly. You know, she before then hadn't needed any help, she hadn't wanted any help, and she'd just been like a rock to all of us during the divorce of my parents. She basically took Becky and I in, and we lived with her for a while, and she basically brought us up for a certain amount of time, you know, that we were living with her and my dad. And I just feel like she was more than a grandma, you know. She was like a best friend. She was somebody that you could talk to about anything. She would never judge you. Like boys, we talk about boys all the time, and she'd be like, they're not good enough for you, or this one's great and whatever. And she was brutally honest as well. She was almost like on Facebook. She was on Facebook, and she shouldn't have been, but she was. And she was just amazing. She used to write the most controversial things on there. She used to like write on ex-boyfriend statuses, and I'd be like, oh God. But she was just incredible, and I just cannot even tell you guys how crazy it is to just lose that big part of your life. I mean, obviously you guys, some of you will have been through this yourself or might be going through it, and you totally get it. It's like this piece of you just goes and you just feel lost. It's like I text her almost every single day. If I hadn't heard from her, I'd be like, what's happened? You know, where are you? Like, she was so amazing, and we've been trying to tell people obviously what's happened, and all of her family and friends are just shocked. Everyone's just so shocked. And we've been going into like local kind of like stores and supermarkets where she used to live, and they were like, no, we loved her so much and we thought she'd all live, and everyone thought she'd live until she was about 100. So basically what happened was she got a bit poorly. She thought she had some sort of infection and she'd had a fall, and knowing, you know, as she was, she just carried on, and she just tried to, you know, I'm fine, don't worry about me. Anyway, Becky and I went round, my sister and I went round to see her, and she was just not in a good way. She was really trying harder than she should have done, and we were like, you need to go to hospital. So sorry. So I eventually, we eventually got the doctor round. He said he thought she might have fluid on her lung, which indicates pneumonia a lot of the time, so it's an infection on the lung. And he basically said, yes, she does need to go to hospital. We managed to get her there, and she was eventually, after a long time in accident and emergency, she was transferred up to a high dependency unit, so we knew that things weren't good. Her oxygen levels, they're obviously meant to be, I think, 100. I'm not a nurse or anything, so I'm just going by what I think I was told. Everything was a bit of a blur. I'm guessing it would be 100 though, because that would be normal. Her oxygen levels were at 25. So she was very, very poorly, and she had to be on constant oxygen to basically keep her alive, which was just horrendous for all of us. And then basically what ended up happening was she got something called pulmonary embolisms, which are basically blood clots that came up, probably from her leg, they think, and they would have got into her lung or her heart, and the medication called warfarin that they, or something like that, that they needed to kind of give to her to be able to keep her alive and to be able to, well, to fend off these blood clots and to destroy them effectively, she wasn't able to have, because obviously she was on pure oxygen, so it just wouldn't, apparently the two can't mix. So unfortunately, within the space of about 48 hours, she'd massively deteriorated. We all got called in last Thursday, and they just said we don't know how much longer she's going to last. And I'm really sorry, I'm trying to be really strong, but it's just yeah, a really weird feeling. She basically started to deteriorate, and we saw her last on the Thursday night, and we just told her how proud we were of her. Me and Becky had a bit of a moment with her. We were sat around her bed and just told her how amazing she was and how grateful we were for everything that she's ever done for us. She's just the most incredible person, or she was, and she definitely lives on in all of us that she is that she's created over the years. But then we got the call the next morning that we had to get into hospital. We left about 3 o'clock in the morning, and she wasn't in a good way. My auntie stayed overnight in the hospital, and she rang us the next morning and she said, you need to get here. And basically she said, I'm not sure if you're going to make it. So we rushed to get to hospital, but we didn't make it. And yeah, that was the most difficult moment, you know, not being able to be there for somebody when they really need you the most. Sorry, I'm trying to compose myself. So basically, yeah, we weren't able to make it, but we made the last few days, I hope, of her life so special, and I just want to remember her for now, who she was. And she was just the most incredible person. She wouldn't have wanted us to kind of be moping around, but I just want to celebrate her life, and I want to remember who she was and how great she was. And so I'm really sorry if I've just been a bit kind of out of it, a bit distant. I wanted to be completely honest with you guys about what has happened, because I feel like you guys are my life, and like, you're my family, you're my friends, you are the closest people that keep me going. When times are so hard, I know that you guys will always get me and my sister and my mum through. This was actually my dad's mum, but I think my mum's still been, you know, pretty affected by it, and it was basically, she's my last remaining grandparent, so it's just horrendous. But I just wanted to, yeah, be honest with you guys and say I'm so sorry that I haven't been posting, but I promise now I will post. And I'm sorry if I don't seem happy necessarily all the time, or if I have a bit of an off moment at any stage. You guys will know if I'm maybe not looking great all the time. You guys can maybe just cut me a bit of slack, because you'll know what's going on the inside. And yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for all of your amazing support, for everything that we've done already. I posted on Twitter and on Instagram just to let you guys obviously know what had happened, and the support that we've received so far has just been insane. I just can't thank you guys enough. You are my absolute world, and I love you all to pieces. So yeah, I really just wanted to kind of share this with you, and I really hope I haven't upset anybody by making this video. That's not at all what I wanted to do. I just wanted to just be honest with you and just to say what's happened. So I will see you guys in a few days time in my next video, which I'm sure will be a lot hopefully brighter and happier and about makeup and all lovely things. Just stay happy and healthy, everybody, and I love you all to pieces, and thank you so much for understanding. Bye guys. Favourite food, without a doubt, again, as I just said, anything Asian, so like Thai curries or Chinese, how we do Chinese over here in the UK, love that. Anything with like rice, love those. Also, my favourite dessert